It's such an exciting time to be here at AMP Fair because you think about it, about over a century ago, we had the Wright brothers. About over a half century ago, we had the jet engine age. And now we have got our hybrid electric plane that is moving in the direction of fully electric. So here is a Cessna Grand Caravan that's being retrofitted with their hybrid electric technology. Under here is the cargo belly area of the plane. That's where the batteries go. And then you'll notice here at the front of the plane, the nose is off, and that's because they take out that combustion engine. They put in that hybrid electric technology. You can think of it like a Prius that flies, and that's exactly how this all began, with an idea to take ground transportation electric vehicle technology, putting it into our airplanes so we can help decarbonize the emissions that come out from the aviation industry.
Products like this underwater drone from Blue Robotics is just one example of a company that's contributing to the emerging blue economy. This is the Indy 1. It's the first vehicle made from LA-based automaker Indy EV, and it's equipped with a supercomputer and built for social media and content creation. This home is nearly 100 years old, but it's being retrofitted to become an all-electric, zero-emissions house. This is a modular mobile dwelling space. It's experimental, eco-conscious, has modern comforts, but it can be packed up at a moment's notice when disaster strikes. I'm Pilla in the Redwood Forest in Davenport, California, where I'll introduce you to one man who lost his home to wildfire. So now with that experience plus climate change has changed his philosophy on what home means, which is now to be as nimble as possible when extreme weather events occur. Look, I'm in a phone booth, a really modern day phone booth and privacy pod. And the cool thing about this, it's made from 1,000 recycled water bottles, so we know how big plastic is a problem. But here at the Los Angeles Cleantech Incubator, this is really a nurturing ground for job and workforce training, as well as a nurturing ground for startups. And part of the incubation program here is to come up with solutions to many of climate change big issues. So the latest cohort, fall 2021, features 10 different startups, and Lacey really wants to help support underrepresented and female founders who have a vision for the future. Take a look. This material is what automakers use to make airbags, but this large leftover ream that the auto industry considers trash is what Rewilder co-founder Jenny Silbert considers a treasure that her company turns into things like outdoor furniture and bags.
And this has already been cleaned and rehabilitated, so when we get this material, it's pretty trashed, and we put a lot of love and a lot of labor into actually cleaning it up.
Jenny and her co-founder Stephanie Choi believe there's wealth in waste, and there's a lot of it. It's estimated that the auto industry alone trashes 100,000 tons of material per year. So Rewilder diverts post-industrial, non-recyclable materials from landfills and upcycles them to create beautiful zero-waste fashion products.
We really want to inspire people to use and reuse the materials that are already here instead of making and buying new.
Rewilder's in a program with the Los Angeles Cleantech Incubator, or LACY for short. LACY is leading efforts to create an inclusive green economy in Los Angeles, and their incubator program helps sustainability startups gain access to capital and scale, especially for underrepresented communities like women and people of color, who LACY's president and CEO Matt Peterson says are groups that face barriers in the industry, and they want to break them down.
Venture capital world is very white male, and it's tough to break into. And then banks require a lot of personal collateral if you need financing. So if you don't own a home, if you've already leveraged the home you already have, you need other ways to get access to capital.
The resources provided by LACY will greatly help Rewilder expand their mission to upcycle the mass amount of material that's wasted every year that contributes to overflowing landfills.
The dream would be that any company that's making materials that are not recyclable or end up in the landfill, that we would be able to help divert them and design them into something new. And that, allows us to grow and allows us to grow our impact.
Creating a solution to the environmental and climate crises by shifting the mindset of companies large and small and everyday citizens that it's important to consume less and reuse what we already have instead of making new. And we have a few of the Rewilder's bags here. So this is made out of airbags, as well as the straps are made from seat belts. And then this bag over here is made from beer filters that they have a local brewery that they work with. So everything is reused, nothing is wasted. possibilities are endless with an underwater drone like this one from Torrance-based company Blue Robotics. Founder and CEO Rusty Jahangir says the world is your oyster when it comes to how underwater robotics are used.
Just saw a video yesterday of somebody using machine vision coupled with this vehicle to measure the sizes of scallops in New Zealand and monitor their scallop populations using all this cool technology. And it's enabled through having vehicles like this that people can build on top of.
Blue Robotics is one of over 60 tech startups and entrepreneurs showcasing their innovative solutions to climate change at AltaSea at the Port of Los Angeles. Rusty is passionate about his technology's ability to protect and clean up the planet.
You need tools to do that. The ocean is an absolutely massive place. You can't send people out there to do a lot of work. If we're going to go out there and monitor things, it has to be done by robotics.
AltaSea's mission is to be the center for education, invention, and investment in the blue economy, which is the sustainable use of ocean resources for economic growth. The companies here today are examples of job creators in this sector that's estimated to create over 126,000 jobs in LA County alone by 2030. AltaSea President and CEO Terry Tamminen says Governor Newsom's proposed budget of $22 billion to fight climate change will help make this a reality.
When the government commits at some kind of scale, that then private enterprise takes over and it creates a lot of opportunities and a lot of improvement for the environment.
At Blue Robotics, Rusty employs over 50 people in a range of positions and says job opportunities in the blue economy will be as vast as the ocean.
Almost every company in this industry is going to need a little bit of everything. They don't need one particular educational background or one particular type of person, but there are opportunities everywhere. And I think that's going to keep growing as the interest and importance of the ocean continues to grow.
So as the blue economy grows, thanks in part to these innovative solutions, not only will people have jobs, but jobs that will help mitigate climate change.